Hello everybody, it's Sleepy, and I'm here making a new video on this tier list thing, and you know, I'm kind of behind. Back when I started this series, it was kind of a fresh idea to look at characters in Smash and redesign them. However, nowadays it's kind of common. A lot of people are doing it, which is a little sad. They bit my style while I left. But it's okay, I forgive all of them, because I just do it the best. Anyway. So, I brought a guest with me to help me do this here.
I'm Jay. I'm Sleepy's friend. His training dummy when he plays Ness.
Well, he's an intern. And, and so, what we're going to do is try and rank all of the best designs in Smash and explain why we think that they are the best. And this will be good content. Okay. So, want to start 64 characters first?
Okay, let's start with 64.
Yeah, I think we'll try and get through the 64 characters today, at least.
Yes. So, Mario.
Mario. Where the fuck?
He's right there.
Yeah, it's alphabetical. Now, where do you think about Mario?
Mario, to me, like, personally, I would put him, like, at C tier.
C tier? Okay, go. Why?
Like, I feel like what they were doing, like, okay, showcasing Mario's abilities that he has from his multiple games, but, like, after Brawl, they just stopped doing that, and, like, it feels like the character is, like, more set in stone in being, like, oh, this is Smash Mario, this isn't Mario as, like, all-encompassing from his games.
Yeah, well, me personally, I like him a lot, however, I do have very glaring problems with him. Partly that, you know, his design felt right in 64 and Melee, but it got a little more stiff as time went on, I think. And I think he just doesn't have the fluid platformer movement that I think he should. His recovery is very linear, which does not help. He has the 64 syndrome where characters just either had broken characters or terrible recoveries.
Yeah, Link's up specials putting him lower than
So that doesn't help Mario at all. I think that his moves are they work. You know, none of them surprise you, but you know it's Mario. Does he require you to be surprised? No. Not really.
Yeah, like I feel like another thing about his design is that like they're not doing anything too crazy with him just because he's the main guy, and like they want him to be simple.
Yeah.
So like they're not going to give him like any of like the cappy stuff.
Yeah. Even though, in my opinion, I've gone over this many times. It would help his movement significantly and make him feel a lot more freeform to control. Oh, yeah. Which is definitely what I want. I want to go bing, bing, wahoo! And I think that would be a fun direction to take him. But don't ask for my opinions on Mario. Nobody likes my ideas, apparently. Alright.
So where are we putting him?
Where are we putting him? I don't think he goes in C. I think he's better than that because I think a lot of his core moves, like his normals, surprisingly amazing. Surprisingly really good representation.
Like, okay, I will admit when they made his jab, it was obvious, but like I'm glad they kept it the same as 64.
Yeah, he has a lot of 64 normals like jab.
His down smash.
Yeah, down smash.
I don't know why he has it in 64.
It's funny. I like it. The dash attack is kind of similar to the thing he does.
Oh yeah.
So I think they actually pulled from a lot that I enjoy and I agree with. Because I think 64 is still one of the most important games to reference for Mario.
I just wish that they pulled from more recent Mario games to like show that he is Mario.
And I think that's fair because a lot of the newer Mario games control really well. And I think Mario Odyssey definitely controls better than 64, but that's because I'm not a speedrunner. All right, I'm gonna put him higher than C. I'm gonna put him in. He's not S tier, but maybe A or B. I'll split the difference. I'll go B. What about you?
Yeah, so B works for me.
All right, fine. You think we should be like naming these like? Because I think his design is really, really great. It's just that he's got a couple glaring flaws.
Yeah, like I guess like good, but flaws.
Really? That just sounds like A tier to me. All right, but I won't argue.
But like that's one level. Okay. We're going to decide the finer details later.
We'll deal with it later. Maybe there's some real stinkers that really make him look really good.
Yeah, I have some stinkers in my mind.
Alright. Really good, a few glaring flaws. Or we'll just say a few flaws. Okay.
Okay, next is
Donkey Kong.
Mm-hmm.
I've memorized the entire Smash Ultimate roster, don't worry.
Thank God.
Alright, so DK!
DK.
What do you think?
I like him, but again, he is like stuck in 64 mode where Donkey Kong, except for his Final Smash, is just... What if we made a giant monkey in a platform fighter?
Yeah.
Like, I loved since Smash 4 where they made his dash attack the roll.
Yeah, absolutely.
But besides that, none of his attacks really say Donkey Kong.
Is his cargo throw?
Yeah, okay. Besides cargo throw and dash attack, 2 out of his 50-something moves.
A lot of people suggest getting rid of the hand slap, but I don't think it's necessary. I think it's cool. It's a cool reference to a niche thing he could do in DKC. And then it became a lot more important in Donkey Kong Country Returns, so that's nice. That's nice. I have a lot of positives to say about DK, but also a lot more negatives.
Let's hear it.
I think DK would probably be going in like F tier if this was Smash 4. But he got a lot of visual improvements.
Oh yeah, he's a lot more expressive. And that helps him a lot.
That does help him a lot. There's a lot of missed moveset potential, like his recovery just being...
He spins.
It looks really goofy. It's supposed to be from Dixie Kong, if you didn't know.
Really?
Yeah, it's from Dixie Kong.
But he always spins 64.
Yeah.
Was she in?
No, yeah, she was in like the 90s, and 64 was late 90s.
Okay. Like, I guess he spins.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Dixie Kong, but like, what the fuck? So should I bleep that? Whatever.
You'll figure do it in post.
I'll do it for whatever. Anyway, I don't think it's a good idea to reference that. I don't think it makes much sense. I don't think it works very well functionally.
Like, I would be fine with that if like all of his other moves referenced like the other Kongs. Because like even though that's a stretch, I would buy it if like his side special was like something that Lanky or Chunky did.
I guess it's a little more cohesive, but I still wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
I would rather him just feel like DK. And things like Side B, which they completely wasted a moveset on. Move slot. Like, what are you doing? What is bro doing?
He's like, he's just looking at you funny.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever been hit by the tip of Side B?
No.
You can get hit from like 2 characters away.
What, does his hair touch you?
Yeah, it looks like nothing hit you and you just get buried. It's really funny.
That's automatically D tier?
Yeah, no, I don't like him.
Yeah.
Alright. Do we need that many tiers? I'm getting rid of this tier.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you in D. I'm really sorry, DK. I wanted you to do more, but here, it's a little better. Don't worry about it.
There we go. Okay. Who's up next?
Next is Link. Champion version. Champion Breath of the Wild Link.
Okay, Link.
Yeah, what do you think?
For Link, I do feel like he's a solid A tier in my mind.
Do you think?
Yeah, like I like that he uses his tools, like they have him with the bow and arrow, the bombs, and I like that ultimate. Like again, they changed him up a tiny bit with the new game, and it's like they don't need to do much, just like show that oh yeah, this is Breath of the Wild Link,
yeah,
and that's neat.
Well, I think I'm very well. First of all, I have to preface this by saying I'm very happy that they did choose Breath of the Wild Link. I think it was a really, really smart decision long term because, people are like, "Ugh, I missed the old one. Why can't we have Ocarina of Time Link?" Well, because this is the Switch Link. Smash Ultimate released at the start of the Switch's lifespan, and they correctly assumed that this would be the face of Legend of Zelda for the next console generation.
Yes.
And that means that people who grew up with the Switch now see this. This is Link. That's him.
Yes. Another thing about Legend of Zelda representation in Smash is that they make sure they show all of the games with their characters.
Yeah, which is neat. Yeah, I like that. I like that we have so many Links in Smash. That's genuinely, I like that. Now, my opinion, I'm gonna have to say some really nasty things to you, Link. I don't think that you're an A tier.
Whoa. Controversial.
Yeah. So, my reasoning is basically that they didn't really flesh out the Breath of the Wild idea. I think as much as I think they thought they were doing. I like what they started with. I think it's nice that you can pick up the arrows. That's kind of Breath of the Wild-y.
Yeah.
I think it's great that we have the remote bomb. It adds to a lot of cool stuff. But they didn't really go much further than that. And you know, like Jacinto said, anything is fine, anything is good. But I think that the moveset would really benefit from a deeper overhaul. Like, they're exploring ideas that I just desperately wish they would keep exploring.
Yeah, like, I did see people bring up that, like, his grab could have been him using the magnetism thing.
Yeah.
Instead of the hook shot. Or
with Breath of the Wild 2, it could have been we can have it as the fuse thing.
Oh yeah, the
Ultra Hand
fuses you to his own hand or something.
Ultra Hand, yeah. That would be cool. It's just like there's a lot of cool things you can do because Breath of the Wild is a big game, and I really wish that they would have gone all in with it. Now, does that make his design bad just because they didn't do something? No, I can't say that's kind of a stretch. But I do think that the old parts of the design and the new parts of the design do kind of clash a few times. I think I've always had issues with how slow Link has been.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why they did that in 64, but nowadays they have to keep doing it because they have like faster Links. So like
the hero of time. The Triforce of Courage, yeah, like he shouldn't be moving.
He's just lumbering around. Like, I don't know. I don't really like that aspect. I can see why, especially now that we have more faster links. But I don't know. I just don't like it personally.
I understand you.
The other thing is there could have been a few more. Like I don't actually want to keep doing that because I'm just keep talking about things that they could have done, but I'm not talking about what they did do. And what they did do is largely the old Link. Like, super cool. He can shoot sword beams at Zero. That's very fun.
that feels like just a funny Easter egg rather than anything serious.
But, I think I've said my piece as far as, like, I think that some of the new parts of the design, some of the old parts of the design don't clash super well.
Thank God his boomerang isn't, like, have that dumb wind effect.
You didn't like that?
You like that?
A lot of people like it.
It literally did nothing for most people.
It did kind of kill you sometimes as well.
Oh, that's because the wind boxes were janky.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm mixed on it. I'm glad I don't have to deal with it off stage.
The behind throw and just jump over and just like, yoop.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe you're right. I'm glad it's gone. Alright. Where are you going to put him?
Okay, I guess, like, right next to Mario.
You want to...
Or I would put him above Mario.
Alright, I'm gonna name this Tay or something else. Great, but...
Could have been better?
But outdated / too simple.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, who's next?
Alright, next after Link is Samus. Oh, God. Do we have to talk about Samus already? Also, we're going to be talking about the Echoes separately.
Okay.
So, let's find Sam... Oh, there you go. I wasn't looking. My eyes were just closed. Alright, so let's talk about Samus. This is going to be kind of a hard one.
Samus, again, like, I feel like this is almost all 64 characters where they just kept, like, their original... They're so, like, stuck with their original idea that, like, the characters could do something interesting and they just don't do it with, like, their newer games and, like, powers.
Yeah, well, yeah,
like,
Samus is very simple.
Yeah, like, Samus, she's the charge shot girl. She shoots the projectile. And she has a quick out of shield option. And that's about it.
You know, she's kind of like, sort of guiling.
Like, she,
a little bit guile-pilled.
Hold down, back, and smash. But, like, yeah, like...
literally in Melee.
Oh my god. But seriously, though, like, I wish Samus could, like, do some of her cooler stuff that's, like, she has, like, in the newer games. Like, oh, no ice powers. Oh, no...
That was always a flaw.
No Shining Spark. No,
Shining Spark.
No, like, Dredge gave her that cool parry, like...
Hello, we're back, and you know, like I was saying, I wish I could say more about these characters because I obviously have a lot more to say. in my own free time, but I'm kind of experimenting with talking about characters on the fly. I'm trying to get better at improv content because, it'd be kind of cool to start streaming someday.
Oh, that would be nice.
So this is kind of a test run. This is... I'm kind of failing. It's okay. This is yap practice.
Yeah.
All right.
They're going to skip through this part.
No. Please, don't do that. This video will be kind of fun to just put on while you're doing something else. Maybe you're falling asleep and you want to listen to an idiot.
Hey, but this time you got 2 idiots.
Oh, let's go. All right. So
next character
is Dark Samus because it's right after.
Oh,
Samus. Yeah. What do you think about Dark Samus? Have you ever played Metroid Prime?
No, I haven't played Metroid Prime.
Okay. So,
but I feel like I can safely say this is like the queen of missed potential.
Yeah, I don't think this character was represented very well.
Yeah, but are we measuring Echo? Do we view Echoes as just alt costumes?
No, we have to view them on their merits as
then yeah, this is cleanly F tier. This character, I already feel like Samus misses out on the character, and now we got Dark Samus who not only misses out on the character, but she does it by copying another character that's missing out.
All right, you raise a good point. However, I like that this is a weird Echoes case because for a lot of times clones are made to save time, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Melee, they had a bunch of clones that visually use the exact same moves as other characters.
Would you sacrifice the 4 clones in Melee for another character?
Yeah, they use the same animations but have different functions.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Samus is the opposite for some reason.
Yeah, they put in work for this one.
Yeah, it took a lot of effort to reanimate most of her moves.
I love her double jump where she crab get low.
Yeah. So they put in a lot of time and effort for this character and then actively made her the exact same as Samus. So I'm a little confused on the development process for Dark Samus.
It would make sense if it was this is meant to be an alt costume sort of deal, where it's if you're a Samus player but you're sick of looking at Samus, we got Dark Samus for you. But I guess to people that
Crazy ass.
APR. But to people that like Dark Samus and how, and it's I know what she does, and it's but you only get to see it in the victory screen. And
True,
that's lame.
That always bothered me. So yeah, she has a lot of abilities in Metroid Prime. I had to look them all up because I made the video. She can summon shadow clones. Mm-hmm. She has Phazon, a poisonous sort of galactic threat that corrupts any victims that get hit by it. So she has poison. She also has... she does have the same upgrades as Samus, in most of them, I think. But she also has her own stuff, like the Phazon Beam, which would have been a cool replacement for the Charge Shot. Just basically the same idea as Charge Shot, but it has different effects. That would have been cool. She has the ability to morph her body, so she could have had longer range normals.
Oh yeah, for the forward smash, imagine she stretchy arm, it's weaker, but
I'm kind of just picturing 12.
Body horror.
Yeah, the body horror character would go hard.
That's what our cute cartoon party game is missing.
Yeah, I agree. Now, Dark Samus is... Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't hold this character in very high regard because... But, maybe I give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe this is a great representation because I've never played Prime. Right? Maybe? Okay, you're right. It's just not. Okay, you're gonna get an E tier.
Yes, well, yeah.
A little
That's
bit
fine.
Below. I like the new animations, so... Yeah.
I like the electrical effects, but...
True. The electric effect does feel better to hit. Okay, we'll move on from the Echo. Yoshi! What do you think about Yoshi?
Yoshi. When I think about Yoshi, I just think about his airspeed, and it's I feel like that's a good job of showing that oh yeah, Yoshi's super good at platforming. Some of his specials though could definitely be a lot better. Egg roll is nothing. Egg toss's up special is cool, but it just feels off. And his down special is a ground pound down special, so deal with that.
Okay, where would you put him?
I would put him at like, even though I don't like feel his moveset, I'd still put him at like a low A.
Imbecile. All right, let me explain.
What?
I genuinely despise this character.
Damn.
Yeah, I do not like his implementation in Smash. This is a long-time Yoshi stan, all right?
Oh, we got Blue Yoshi over here.
Yeah, exactly. And,
backing away.
So I've loved Yoshi since Yoshi Story. That was like one of my first console games. And this character is not Yoshi. This character does not feel like Yoshi. His jump it's so ass. I do not like how it feels. It feels too smooth. That's not what it feels like.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right there.
Like, it sucks because in Melee, it felt a lot like you had more of this rise, this build up to the jump. This like,
yeah, like Yoshi is like exerting himself.
Yeah, and you got really far, and I like that. The armor felt more impactful because of the fact that you had to go through this startup. Nowadays, it's the combo breaker button.
He gets one per jump.
And I don't like that as a design idea. I think it's really annoying to deal with, and I don't like that it doesn't feel anything like Yoshi. His airspeed is a little too good, in my opinion. Like, Yoshi is good at jumping, but like...
Yoshi chasing you through the air with his nair?
Yeah, like coming at you like an F-150. Like a fighter jet. It's just, I don't really know what they were going for here. I just know that it's wrong. His normals are fine or whatever. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's just like...
I like his down air.
Oh, yeah, his down air's great. I kind of wish you could mash it. You could mash it to go higher. That'd be funny. I don't really like the placement on his special moves. I don't like his up B being egg toss because it makes it so you don't have as many angles you can throw it at.
Yes. So
that should have been a neutral special in my opinion. I don't like egg roll at all as a concept. We agree there. And I just think that he feels a lot less unique in the new games. Like, he had so much weird tech in Melee and Brawl that it's kind of a shame. And I'm a hypocrite because I was a Yoshi main in Smash 4. But just in hindsight, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think, like in egg roll, like his side special instead of egg roll should have just been egg tossed with like more angles, and like the egg fires like straight.
Yeah, I'm on another level. I think egg lay should have been side B. Ooh. Side B command grab makes sense.
Yeah, but like I just think like Yoshi's fine, and the idea of like I see Yoshi and I think, oh, that's Yoshi.
Yeah, most people just say but not me. I care that this character does not
contempt.
feel like... Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like Yoshi's design. What, are you going to put it lower, or do we just split the difference?
Okay, maybe... I guess maybe C, or... Yeah, maybe C.
You're just getting the lowest C score that it's getting the
just
lowest
because,
one.
like, I think, like, he does Yoshi stuff fine enough.
Whatever. I'm not going to talk about Yoshi.
Damn.
None of this is about fighting Yoshi, even though I don't really like doing that either. I just don't like the core design. I don't think that he was represented very well.
Okay.
Now, after Yoshi, was it Kirby? Was it? What's it? Okay, yeah, it is Kirby. Or no, yep. Yeah, it is Kirby.
Yes, Kirby.
Okay, let's talk about Kirby.
Kirby. Sakurai's golden child.
Yeah. A lot of people have varied opinions on this guy as well.
Or, again, Smash 64 syndrome, where Kirby, or, like, Kirby, like, in of himself is Smash Bros. Kirby. Like, enough where, like, one of the Kirby games has, like, Smash as, like, a power that Kirby can use, and it just gives him his Smash Bros. Moveset.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, it's supposed to be references to, like, Kirby, like, doing, like, the punches and stuff, but it's like, nah, this is just Smash Kirby.
Yeah.
Like, only his special moves feel the need to, like, give him powers, and it's like, it's just basic.
Yeah, that's a big issue I have as well, where his moveset feels way too simple, way too bland. And you know, I understand what they were going for, being a simple, easy-to-use character, but I don't think they executed it very, like, it's not badly executed. I don't think they executed it as well as they could have, because the ideas for this character is easy to pick up, hard to master, right? You know?
Yes.
Or like, well, yeah, basically. The idea is that you put in a lot of time and the character becomes more worth it, but in this case it just doesn't. In any game. Because in 64, there's not much to master. It's not hard to master.
Yeah, the up tilt hitbox, the cube of death.
So you can get fast results with Kirby better than any other character in 64. But in all the other games, he's kind of a travesty. He's kind of a disaster. Sorry about that. So, how do I even focus on this character? There's a lot. His normals. Let's talk about his normals. So, jab, kind of perfect. I don't think it could be anything else.
Yeah, it's like, that's how does Kirby punching look like? And it's like, yeah, that's it.
That's the one. It's a little low range. That's an issue with all of his moves. But
he doesn't have limbs.
It's fun to look at. It's so fast.
Yeah, and I love the little flare that he does at the end.
Oh, true. Yeah, that wasn't always in the game.
What?
Yeah, that was I think there was like Smash 4 that added finishers.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, jab is great. Forward tilt is when I start to not really like his normals. Like
he does a little foot action.
Yeah, he kicks you. Doesn't come from anything. Doesn't really look. It's shared with like a dozen other characters.
Yeah.
It's also not great at the job of an F tilt, which is like poking people, because it's so short ranged.
We're gonna see a pattern here.
A lot of his moves have that issue, and you know how you could fix that issue?
How can we, Logan?
Copy abilities.
Yes.
He has so many of them.
Yeah, like I would love Kirby a lot more if like his gimmick was that like for like certain moves like he just quickly transforms into like a copy, or, like his copy ability, like I don't know, like forward tilt, like he just jabs forward with like a sword and then turns back.
Yeah, it could be cool. I mean, he already sort of does this. That's the infuriating part, is that they've shown they're not afraid to do this. They've been doing it since Melee, where for his dash attack, where he turns into Flame Kirby.
Yeah, and then they reverted it, and then they did it again.
Like, what? Make up your mind. What is this character doing?
Like, I can understand why, because like there was like I do remember like Sakurai doing like saying that like he doesn't want normal moves to look like special moves, and that was like one of the reasons why they changed it. But like, it's cooler.
Yeah,
you know,
it is cooler. I mean, it just happens. Sometimes you just gotta play the game more to understand what a special move is. Like, Link's dash attack and Shulk's backslash look pretty similar.
Oh, yeah. But,
you know, one's a special. I think that what should clue you in is if he's doing it in the air or not. So, his other normals, we'll talk about. Up tilt, it's fine.
Yeah.
I didn't like it very much for a while, but somebody pointed out it kind of looks like he's using it as a hacky sack, and that kind of makes me smile. That makes me smile a little bit.
I love how like it's so ridiculously fast.
Oh yeah, true.
Like, man, this Kirby is flexible.
Yeah. No, I think that's why I didn't like it, because like, why is he like touching the sky with his toe? It's a really important move to his kit, though.
I do think it's euphoric when Kirby does up tilt in the back air.
Oh, he does that. Yeah, that's the thing he does.
Like, that feels good.
His down tilt is just very squishy.
Trippy. It's just fishing for tripping, and then trip in the dash attack.
I don't think it's a very healthy move at all.
Yeah.
One, it's not very creative, and two, it is so toxic.
I do like that like using that move does like lead to Kirby players using his crouch, which is super low.
Yeah. I think that they should replace it with the slide, though.
Yeah.
It doesn't make him pancake as much, and it also looks cooler. And just comes from his games, which he is sorely lacking representation.
Like an actual like move that normal Kirby can do.
Yeah. He doesn't get very many of them. Normal Kirby has like a moveset of 3. And none of them are in Smash.
Kirby's neutral air.
No, he can't do that normally.
No, I'm saying like his neutral air should be him spitting out the wind.
Oh yeah, we could do that. I don't think they should though, because the idea for Kirby is also like that the moves generally function how other characters' moves do.
So like he's copying other fighters.
He's sort of doing that, but
I could see that.
It's very loose.
So it's like, oh yeah, Mario forward tilt.
More so, it's just an excuse to cement the beginner player idea or beginner character idea, so you can move from Kirby to other characters. He's a big stepping stone, is what he is. He's not meant to be played seriously.
A pudgy stepping stone.
He's not meant to be played seriously. Prove me wrong.
Except for 64.
Except for 64. So I don't like Kirby's design a ton. It's not. It's kind of mid for me.
Yeah.
It's kind of mid for me.
So we're looking at C or D.
I don't want to put the little dude in D tier because he's not that bad. He just doesn't do a ton. He's very simple. Like, he should go here, but I also just think he takes the idea a little further than these people who only have a few things. You can go a little.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about. What do you think? Pichu.
No, Pikachu.
Pikachu. Yeah, you're right. I'm kind of spacing out. It's still morning.
Yeah, I'm not good. Wait, they can see the time.
Oh no. Wait, can they?
Yes. Cut that out. Anyway, Pikachu, the electric rodent.
Yay! Now, Pikachu's kind of a funny story because did you know he made it in like very, very soon after Red and Blue was made?
Huh. Like, did Sakurai see the wave and was like, you're gonna be big?
Yeah. So that was a good idea for them to put in a Pokemon in the first game. Pikachu is kind of amazing, in my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, like, in my opinion, like he keeps getting better. Like he is not stuck in 64 trap, and like that does him justice, I think.
Yeah.
Like, the only move of his I don't like is his side special.
Oh yeah.
But like they kind of landed on the mark with like his other specials, like his up special, quick attack.
Yeah.
Like, even though it shouldn't be called quick attack,
no,
that is a Pikachu move. He zips and zaps, and like his down special, pretty good. Like, them adding the cloud, just banger. Not gonna lie.
It should be Pichu exclusive.
You think everything should be Pichu exclusive?
All right. What about his up special? That's kind of a weird thing. What should it be called?
I don't really know.
I don't know. I think it fits pretty good.
Like, the only thing is that quick attack is a normal type move, so I was like, what's an electric type move that moves fast? They probably got like an electric priority.
Zap. No, I think it fits better as quick attack because it's not supposed to do that much damage.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna have to agree largely that Pikachu is very, very good. Has very few flaws. I love all of his normals. I love that his normals keep improving in subtle ways.
Yes.
Like, his Nair used to be pretty...
He spins, but now he has him, like, emit the lightning.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's so cool.
It looks so much cooler, and it actually makes his moveset better.
Yeah, like, he can do interesting stuff with this change, and, like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Like...
I wish they would keep doing that, because I enjoy the fact that also Pikachu gets very subtle changes throughout each game, so that it's not too hard to adapt from each one.
Like, yeah, like in 64, his back air being the kick,
and
then they were like, okay, let's switch this up real quick, and then he turned it into the spin, and it's like, yep.
That's one of my favorite looking back. One of my favorite looking back airs, and it took a while for it to be actually good, but I really like how it looks. It's called the glider, and I like it. I'm going to talk about the other cool things about Pikachu. One, I love that his moves bring off the vibe that he's not a high-level Pokemon.
Yeah.
I like that because he's not fully evolved, so they wanted to give Cell the idea that he's you got him right out of Viridian Forest.
Yeah, like all his Thunderbolts are kind of small. Like his down spell, his strongest attack is like super hard to hit, just like Thunder.
Yeah. Although I still think they should have just called it Thunderbolt for both Pichu and Pikachu. Because, it helps sell the low-level idea better.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like... and that's why I think Quick Attack works really well on him, because it's a base move that he gets. I really like... I don't like Thunder Jolt not being a move that happens in Pokemon. I think that they could have easily just called it Thunder Shock and called it a day, but whatever. That's a very minor nitpick. The elephant in the room I'm not addressing is Side B, as you said. Very bad.
I could have sworn he did it in anime, but I'm getting Mandela effect. Like, I've looked into this. I told you, Sleepy.
Yeah.
I swear he did it in the Diamond and Pearl anime.
Probably not. I'm not going to lie to you.
Oh my god.
He could learn it in Gen 1. However, why would you teach this thing Skull Bash? I don't understand what they were thinking.
Like, what if you want to hit...
It doesn't fit his moveset very well. All it adds is another recovery option, which God knows he needs that.
Oh, yeah. That's my one flaw with Pikachu is like, dang... How am I going to make it back this time, boys? I'm cooked.
Oh, how will I make it back to this stage? No, I don't like that he added Skull Bash. It's one of the biggest melee-isms of all the side specials from the 64 characters.
Yeah.
Where, like, they just gave him a charging headbutt. It's a lot, like, Luigi comes to mind, where they're just like, oh, we need a side special for this character.
But that's peak when we get to Luigi.
I have shit to say about Luigi.
Oh. Let's save it for later. Yeah.
Yeah, Pikachu is great. I don't think he has very many flaws. That's kind of the only one, so I'm going to have to put him in...
I would say S tier. Sakurai was in his bag.
He was in his bag, right.
He cooked, honestly.
He wasn't perfect on the first try, but he kept going.
He kept improving, and that's the thing that makes him perfect.
Even in my video when I redesigned them, I didn't have that many changes. I just gave him, like, Iron Tail.
Okay.
Now, what comes after Kirby again? I think that one is... Let me see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... I think next is Luigi.
Oh.
Let's check. Alright. Luigi... What do you... We gotta get through Luigi. What do you have to say about Smash's Grappler?
Okay. Like, Sakurai was cooking when he was like... When he was like, I want Luigi to be the weirdo. Like, this character is so weird. His moves have weird properties. Like in most games, he's like doing weird stuff. And then in Smash 4 and Ultimate, they were like, you know what? We're gonna make him kill you at 0. And it's like, I guess that's pretty weird.
It's not weird anymore.
But like, I like Luigi a lot. Even though like I do not want to play him, just because like you get off stage for like half a second, you just die. But like he's pretty funny, and I like that they made him funny man. But he is rarely doing Luigi stuff, like true Luigi things.
Yeah, he's not always Luigiing. I would argue that in Ultimate he is very unfunny. He's very corny actually.
Yeah, this is probably like the least funniest Luigi has been, unfortunately, in Ultimate.
Yeah, Luigi's supposed to be goofy, and he's not doing it for me.
Cause like, you remember in early Smash 4, where his down special, when like if the Luigi player mashed out of it, you would be put in hit stun, and people called it the toilet bowl. Yeah. That was supreme comedy, even though it was shenanigans. That was supreme comedy when it happened. You got put in the toilet bowl.
Okay, I kind of don't like this character. Mostly just because of Ultimate. And it sucks because they were improving Ultimate so steadily, or they were improving Luigi so steadily over time. Even in Ultimate, I love his animations, like when he runs, his new up tilt, his dash. It's really cool. I mean, I said to run and dash. I love his little flutter jump animation.
Yeah, the way he kicks his legs.
Like, his animations are great. His playstyle sucks, man.
The fishing for grabs where it's like... Oh.
One sec.
Okay, so where were we? On Luigi? He's a weirdo character.
Yeah, let me close the door. Are you joining?
I guess I'm here now.
Special guest.
New guest appearance.
Don't say my name.
What?
Don't say my name.
Call him Sleepy. Cut all this out.
Yeah, I'm gonna start the video now.
No, you already started it.
No, I didn't.
That red light's been on for a minute. I mean, god dang it. Okay. Back on Luigi.
Okay, so let's talk about the things I like about Luigi. Because I can't remember where I was. I had to leave. I forgot what I was saying.
We were talking about his weirdness factor.
Okay, I like... honestly, the new plunger idea is kind of neat. I think it's cool that he brings some stuff from Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, instead of being just weirdo concept Sakurai thought of in his basement.
Yeah, the back throw is funny. He be slamming his goob.
He just dunks you.
Yeah, he be slamming his goob.
And you die.
Yeah. And that's kind of funny. I like the fireball.
Straight moving fireball.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people don't get that it's cool because it's from the arcade release, the Mario Bros.
Yeah, the Wailing Fireball. I remember that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a deep cut.
Yeah, but it's 64. They didn't
have anything.
So that was a good idea on their part. You want to talk about as he's evolved?
Okay, so...
In 64, he was the first clone character.
Yes. Wait. Jigglypuff was kinda.
Sorta.
But Luigi was made from the ground up as, he's Mario, but weirder.
Yeah, he is kind of the... I've always preferred, instead of him just being weird for weird's sake, I think it should be... I've always liked Luigi when he's being a girl failure. Where he's just trying to do Mario's moves and
Bizarro Mario. Because you can notice that with a bunch of his moveset. His forward smash, instead of doing Mario's flame punch, he just karate chops you.
Yeah, that's not bad. I like that.
His up smash is him trying to do Mario's headbutt,
and he does it.
Yeah.
he didn't fail.
Some might say he ate too much.
Yeah. So there's in 64 there were very few differences. He had down tilt was different. I think there was his up B, which was the kill you Shoryuken. And that's actually very good in a game where everything has a million years of hit stun. You can combo into it.
Yeah.
And that kind of starts the trend of moves that were supposed to be jokes but are actually too good.
Yeah, Luigi, in Melee, Luigi got the misfire, his side special, the green rocket.
Jokes that are in his favor.
Yes. It is weird that, it's, it does enhance the funny factor of it being a lottery move, or, Luigi will just rock it off.
Oh, yeah, I kind of like the idea that Luigi just relies on RNG. That's kind of funny. I kind of wish there was one of his normals that just had RNG to it. His forward air. Now, he spikes you.
Yeah, 1 in 20 chance for the slap to be a fist.
Yeah, that would be fun. I think that Luigi could do with a little more goofy ideas like that, while still having the idea for his normals being him trying to be like Mario.
Yes. His up air is a perfect, example of this, because, it's like Mario's, except... It can't be used in typical Mario combos.
Yeah, it
sends forward. Yeah, and I think that's a funny property.
It's actually still good. That doesn't sound good, but it's still really, really
for
good.
What he want to do.
Yeah, it is a good example of him trying to be like Mario, but because he's not Mario, he does it in his own way.
Yeah, and it's still and it lets him zero the death you.
It's still pretty good. I like that, and I think Luigi should be more of that. So. What is he then? We go into Brawl, not very different. We go into Smash 4, and then we start to see...
They made him a combo monster. His down throw and his down air, I don't know what they changed.
They just gave his down throw no end lag.
Yeah, he just sits on you, and then he's able to, be up in the air right next to you, 1 frame later.
Oh yeah, isn't it messed up that Mario is, one of the only... The only plumber, I think, that doesn't have a ground pound as his down throw.
Huh. Now you mention it. It is a little funny.
They forgot.
They forgot. I invented this, Luigi. But in Smash 4, that's when they started the Luigi being a menace with throws, and he was such a menace that they nerfed him. They nerfed his throw.
Yep.
And it's funny.
They didn't learn their lesson.
Yeah, it's funny that they did that, but they But they didn't think of doing that again with Smash Ultimate, where now Luigi has like multiple instant to death routes off his down throw at 0.
Yeah, I hate the fact that in Smash 4, I think Smash 4 was peak Luigi in my opinion. Like either that or Melee.
Yes, I will always bring it up. The toilet bowl, where he just down specialed you and the opponent just fell and died. That was peak Luigi comedy. Yes! A Fox trying to get back and you just send him down the toilet.
It's pretty funny. It also, fun fact about Melee Luigi, if you think about it, he meets all the qualifications of a Shoto. Think about it.
Okay, you are not using Tornado to advance.
No, remember how far it sent you across the whole stage?
I know, but like...
It's a single hit. He's Ryu.
Close enough. Welcome back, Ryu.
I'm right. The media doesn't want me to speak. Alright, so I don't like that they took a perfectly fine design and then made an Ultimate. They were like, wouldn't it be funny if he was a grappler now? No, it's not funny.
Yeah, like, I don't like... Me and Sleepy have like discussed and like joked about this, that like the people that like balance the games are like different, like are like super different people. Because, like, the person that nerfed Luigi in Smash 4 was definitely not the person that, like, designed him for Ultimate.
Yeah. Yeah. But let's steer away from balance, because I don't want to talk about balance too much for designing how a character was made. Sometimes you just get things wrong, and that's fine. You know, yes. they didn't know Steve was going to be able to break the rules of the game.
Ooh.
We'll talk about him later, though. Maybe another day. But for Luigi, this was very clearly an intentional part of his design that I don't think that they should have done. I think that he could do with a few extra updates. But I like, at least visually, his moves are cool. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to lie. I would be perfectly okay if they got rid of his side B. I'm not, it's run its course. I'm not going to lie.
I still like it as the funny randomly he explodes and you die move though.
He could have another one though. What if it was a different move that also was random and killed you and exploded you? It could be done.
I'm not like heavily attached to the Green Bomber, but it's also kind of needed for his recovery. But that's just balance.
Oh yeah, no, that's another problem. He doesn't. Okay. Oh, why have I gone this far without talking about it? Why have I gone this far? This is not Luigi anymore. This is not the Luigi I know. In Smash 4, he felt like Luigi. What are the two movement characteristics that you need to make Luigi?
He goes super high.
He jumps high, and he has low traction.
Mm.
He's good in the air. He's good in the air and has low traction. Those are Luigi properties. And in Ultimate, what we have is the worst airspeed in the game, and very high traction. What were they cooking?
Yeah.
Get this man out of the kitchen!
They made him not funny. They made him not as funny. They
just took away the Luigi parts of the character so that he could be a grappler.
Yeah, I think that they also removed using Green Tornado as a recovery option.
Yeah.
Which is probably for balance, but
no, it's
I don't like it.
You know why they did it? They did it so that his recovery could be a flat L. They did it so that he would have to recover in a right
L
angle.
Formation.
That is the dumbest shit I have ever... That is the moment I realized Luigi is an F-tier design.
Oh, no. Okay, that's too far. I gotta stop you right there. Okay, the lowest I would put Luigi is C tier. Just because he's funny.
Yeah, is he though?
Yes, I think he's funny.
You're right. I'm being hard on him.
You're too jaded. You're too biased.
All right. I will cut you a deal. He gets for DK.
He gets right next to Monkey Man.
Better than Monkey Man, actually.
Yes. Okay. Next is a fan favorite.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna let you go first, and then I'm gonna explain why you're wrong.
Okay, Ness. I'll try and be nice. Again, I am Sleepy's training dummy. Whenever he plays Ness,
Have you ever played Earthbound?
Yes. I do not like fighting him. Like, okay. He got better in terms of representation. Like, okay, PK Fire, like, oh, it makes a line of fire just like the game. PK Thunder being hard to hit, so I guess he hits himself with it, question mark. PK Flash maybe being an insta-kill, so it's a hard hitting, yeah. But then, like, his normals in early Smash was just him, like, hitting you, his headbutt.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm glad they remedied that by, like, making him a magic kid instead of just being, like, he's an American kid. He headbutts people. So, like, I would personally think I like that, but I just find him so annoying. I don't like his voice. I hate the way that he walks. Fair. I hate the way that he talks. I hate his hat.
What? His hat is so fire. Take that back. Take that back.
His shoes, whack.
He literally has the freshest shoes. They don't have a speck on them.
The way that they put an engine on his yo-yo for some reason is funny, but
it probably shouldn't have gotten past testing. No, that's the funniest part, is that in pre-release versions of the game, I saw it could go off ledge, and I was like, hey, what if it two frames them?
The first Omen.
But because people discovered that you don't get your jump back when you get two framed.
Oh, God.
So I was like, hey, what if you use the yo-yo on the ledge? And they were like, oh, they'll fix that.
They'll fix it. They did not fix it.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about his actual design, not really his balance, because he's a mid-tier, so cry about it.
Oh my God. So is Incineroar, but okay.
Yeah, I agree. No, I agree. I think he's a high tier.
Oh.
Whatever. We're talking about Ness.
Different discussion.
Well, I'm going to tear into your Incineroar.
Okay, let's hear it. Later. Anyway, talk about Ness.
Okay, so Ness is one of the best designs in the game. No bias. And we'll talk about why. So, like you're completely correct in that his early normals were kind of mid. Did you know that in 64 he didn't have PSI on any of his normals?
Wait, so he just like held his hand out?
Yeah.
I've never seen Ness in 64 ever do a forward air.
Yeah, that's because nobody plays him because he's bad. He's not good.
Like, I guess they were really leaning into like, yeah, he's a scrappy kid from America. In early 64.
Yeah, it's really funny to look at where his forwarder, he just pushes you and it has no range. It was a pretty interesting design. I like that even back then they decided to go with the smash attacks that use his weapons. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like... Also, I'm going to talk about PK Thunder because I think it's one of the more well-designed and smart ideas they had for him, because PK Thunder in Earthbound, you're right, has a low chance to hit. Its accuracy is the big issue, so they kind of made it so that it's kind of hard to land, and if you miss, then you are big open to a punish. So that's something you gotta balance, and the recovery idea I think is just genius. In 64 they were a lot more experimental with how characters could recover. And this is one of the most wild out there ideas.
Like his recovery, like so many kids thought he was bad just because they did not know the gimmick.
Yeah, it's not intuitive. It's weird. It's quirky, and that's kind of what makes it so Earthbound for me.
Yeah, I guess it is a little quirkiness.
I really like it. Also, my headcanon is just that Jeff came up with it. He was like, "Hey Ness, you can launch.
You can rocket yourself."
Well, I was going to just fly, but I like your idea, Jeff. I think that PK Fire is kind of an interesting case where it's not particularly accurate to the game. It does create a line, but it's a vertical one.
Yeah, instead of a horizontal one.
It'd be kind of interesting if it was designed like Sizzle. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, and then it like creates like the pillar. I'm moving my hands like the people can see it.
Yeah. But actually, that's what I thought in my Ness redesign video, but over time, I've realized, actually, it's kind of important to how he works for it to work like this. And I think there's other ways that it could be a little more accurate to Earthbound, while still retaining the combo applications that he has in the current version of Smash, which I think is pretty important. I think they could do better about the balance, like how you get out of it. I think that could be a little more normal. Like, people still, nowadays, they don't know, or should I SDI it? Should I just hold out? I think it should be a little more easy to understand because the answer is both. But depending on whether it's an air PK fire or a ground PK fire.
Fun stuff.
So, like, I don't know. They just made it weird. But I don't think that's a flaw against the move at its core. I think PK Fire is cool because it's a projectile that doesn't zone people. It keeps them close and helps you combo. That's a unique idea.
Yeah, like a combo starter projectile is that's neat.
Yeah. It's a cool idea. I think Magnet went from a pretty bleh move to one of the
Magnet
coolest ideas.
The biggest glow up.
Yeah. One of the most interesting moves in Ness's kit.
Doesn't it just reflect physical projectiles now?
No, it doesn't. In Ultimate, they gave it a hitbox. That's it. Mm-hmm. And that changed everything. They also made it a bit faster, I think. I don't know because I didn't use Magnet much in Smash 4.
No one did. Don't worry.
So they kind of made the character work so differently just from that one change. But they didn't stop there. They actually updated his normals a bit, and I really appreciate that from them.
Yes. So, like his up air, instead of giving you the twinkle fingers, instead of giving you the headbutt,
the forehead of pain.
Yeah, he gives you the twinkle fingers.
Okay, so yeah, other things about Ness that I think were done really well are his general role and how he represents Earthbound. Now, a lot of people don't really understand why he represents Earthbound well. A lot of people throw the common criticism that, like, oh, he doesn't even use these moves in Earthbound. This character wasn't represented well at all. I disagree. Earthbound is about friendship. The whole point, a major point of the game. That's one of its main themes. So the fact that Ness combines the abilities of his team, even in trophy descriptions, they even describe it as like his friends taught him the abilities after Earthbound.
Yeah, like that's neat.
I think it's great that he's able to represent the whole team, and I think that the idea is really a lot better, especially now that they appear in person for his final Smash.
Yeah, that was a cool addition.
Yeah,
and I like it. It now has all like the 4 squads like appear in the game in some way, like Jeff with the assist.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to get into that because even though Jeff doesn't appear in the final Smash because he can't use PSI, he's still able to help in his own way with the assist trophy, and I think that's really cool. I think that Ness basically using the power of friendship it's fitting. All right, it's fitting. And I think even as far as just his moveset representing himself, I think he does that particularly good. He uses all his weapons from the game. He doesn't use a slingshot, but, like, who cares? I don't really want it.
I forgot that you used a slingshot.
I don't really want it. In Earthbound, he has high attack, and he's kind of the paladin of the group. He plays support, he uses healing spells, he buffs himself. He does not buff himself in Smash, sadly. However,
I feel like adding those elements would be like too hard for a fighting game, though.
Oh no, they could do it.
But 64?
No,
I feel like
we're talking about the design like as a whole, like what they could have added throughout the games. Like Pikachu is so high because he evolved along with the series.
Yeah.
Where a lot of characters, their core game plan doesn't really change at all, which is sometimes to their detriment. And Ness's core gameplay it's good. It represents the paladin aspect kind of well, actually, because he hits like a heavyweight. He hits as hard as a heavyweight, except that he's very small, which is a unique trait.
That back throw.
Oh yeah, the back throw. He's always had good throws, which is cool because he's a psychic. Psychic kid.
Yeah, I do like that. Like that's kind of like a thing in Smash, where it's like if you're a psychic character, you do have some strong throws.
Yeah. That's just a constant. Remember in 64, he had like the worst range of any character ever, but his forward and back throws both killed. And back throw was a monster. That was a monster move.
Sakurai looking at the design dockets. I cooked on this one.
Yeah, like Ultimate Ness compared to 64 Ness back throw, it makes Ultimate Ness's back throw look kind of tame. It makes that move look like a normal back throw.
Like you pull up a clip and it's like 64 Ness just like like slamming them on the ground right before he back throws them.
Yeah, it just like it's the go away button. So I think he represents his playstyle well. As a paladin, he hits incredibly hard, and the healing aspect is represented in a really clever way, where he's not allowed to naturally heal on his own because that's a little bit problematic, I'd say.
Yes.
So instead, what he does is he turns other projectiles into PP and then heals himself with magnet, which is kind of cool. It's like one step removed, but it's kind of clever.
Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. Where, like, Magnet is him basically getting the MP to cast, like, a heal spell. But, like, I guess that makes sense.
That's how I've always saw it, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Overall, I like this character for a reason. I like Earthbound, and so, therefore, I like how Ness is. Now, of course, I'm going to have to highball this as the best in the game. What do you think?
A tier.
A tier? Okay, we'll split the difference. High A tier.
Okay. Next is Jigglypuff or no Falcon.
Is Falcon next? Let's check. Okay, now Captain Falcon is pretty amazing.
Yeah, I love Falcon. He is like he's just a Smash Bros. Character at this point.
Yeah.
Where like his presence and like what he's known as has like escaped F-Zero's realm and he's just a Smash Bros. He's Mr. Smash.
Yeah, and for better or worse, that is how it is. I think it's for better because they kind of nailed his moveset on the first try.
Yes, this long limb acrobatic guy. He does the wind up punch.
Oh my god, 64 Falcon Punch is so much dopamine.
Yeah, like
Falcon Bounce! And with the loud ass sound effects in 64.
Yeah, and the fact that it can be used for recovery was funny.
That is funny.
They should bring that back.
They should. I think it's cool that when Falcon Punch can have a niche utility.
Yeah. I told you, Sleepy, but I had to break my friend's heart when he came to me and was like, how do you use Falcon Punch in a real match? And I had to break the truth to him. Yeah,
it's kind of designed as a bad move, which I don't think is perfect.
And also, it doesn't help that I feel like in all purposes, Warlock Punch beats it out now.
Oh yeah,
where it's like Warlock Punch is the shitty slow move, but Falcon Punch is also a shitty slow move, just not as strong.
And doesn't have armor.
Yeah. So
I don't know the point of the move, except to piss people off.
It's fun. It does pop. I do pop off when people get reads and they do the turnaround Falcon Punch. Mm-hmm. Which game added the turnaround?
Oh, that was Smash 4.
It was okay. Yeah, that was probably one of the best changes they could do for that move, and keep it as the slow dumb move they want it to be.
Yeah. Oh well, I agree. It's pretty stylish. Also, was it Smash 4? It could have been Brawl, but then again, not a real Falcon.
Yeah, he's not Falcon.
You will never be a Falcon.
But but besides that, honestly, I would say Captain Falcon, they were cooked.
They did. Sakurai was in his bag.
The knee, yeah, we didn't even talk about the knee, dude.
No, we didn't. Let's talk about his normals.
Okay.
So the reason that why we rate Falcon so high is because he was designed specifically for Smash.
Yes.
He was taken from the
beta build.
Yeah, the beta build. Dragon Fighters. So his moves are designed to fit the engine as well as they can.
Yes.
And his core gameplay loop of rushing you down, doing mad damage, and finishing you off with a big stylish finisher.
Yeah, the stomp.
It will not be bad.
The stomp was there since the beginning.
As long as the engine is good, the Falcon will be good.
Yes.
And evidently, that's why Ultimate Falcon sucks.
Melee HD, everyone.
So, I really love Falcon. In every game except Brawl, he's always really cool. I mean, alright, maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't go that far. Because Ultimate Falcon, he's kind of fake cool, you know what I mean?
Yeah, where it's he's wearing the skin of a cooler Falcon on him. Oh, nice. Where it's yeah, that's Falcon.
Nice nair into knee, asshole.
But then he runs away, and it's you grab him by his ankle.
Yeah,
he's Achilles.
Why is his initial dash like that? I don't know. They tried to make Falcon uncool, I think. It was a psyop.
Sakurai was like, I made a fighter too cool for the world to handle.
His drip too good. He dripped too much. His bitch is too fine.
Yeah, but like all his normals are like, I feel like are Smash Bros. Where it's like, oh, he has the rapid jab.
Yeah.
He has his forward tilt is the long range kick. It's not strong, but like does what it does.
It's a poke.
Yeah.
It's long range. It does what its job is supposed to do. Like Kirby wishes.
His up tilt is kind of funky, but
it's weird.
But it's funny when you get the spike with it.
It's weird, but it's fun to pull off.
I like his down tilt, even though it is kind of a bad move, just because it has such long range and is surprisingly strong.
Yeah, I don't like how they did down tilt dirty. In Melee, it was a combo move, and I think that fitted a lot better.
Yeah.
In this, it sends you at the fuck you angle.
the FU angle, you know what we're talking about. Ganondorf's forward tilt sends you at it.
Yeah.
They just give it to moves to make it feel like it's good.
Yeah. So Falcon kind of needs very little in the way of new things. Even in my video, I didn't change him a whole lot. And that's the sign of a character that was well designed.
Yes.
He has fit in every game comfortably, and I don't think anyone has ever even floated the suggestion that he should be cut.
Yeah, like, you can't cut him. He is Smash Bros. Smash Bros would not exist without him.
Like, it's rare for people to try and cut 64 characters, but if it is, it's usually like Jigglypuff or like Ness.
Jigglypuff was at risk of getting cut twice.
And it's never Falcon, because everyone loves Falcon. Even when I hate on Falcon in Ultimate, I still can't. I can't.
Because,
really
you see a clip of someone doing the falling up air in the knee, and you're like, yeah,
that's my guy.
He's my guy. That's why he's the go.
All right. So yeah, I think you all get the point. Falcon's really cool. I do kind of wish he could be placed in a different game every once in a while. Like, just have him drift. But that's not related to his Smash design. Let's talk about Jigglypuff. What do you think?
Okay, Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff's a weirdo, because like of course she was like we have these Kirby assets, so she was easy to design for, and that's why like a lot of her aerials are similar to Kirby's. But she's such a weirdo, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, like
she plays like how Jigglypuff, like, I think plays, where she's a giant puffball that just floats through the air. Like, she looks light, she is light. She just like taps you. But then they looked at her special moves and just got a little funky with it.
Yeah.
Okay, first, no recovery move, which is, I think, does anyone else have that?
Well, like I said, they were like experimental in 64.
Yeah, it's like, okay, this character has multiple jumps and high airspeed. We don't need a recovery, and then they gave her a useless move in her place until later games.
Where she had like 2 special moves for like, the longest time.
Pound, which is again another unique. That's like, this is an aerial movement move, and then they decide like it should kill shields too.
Yeah, it did not do that in Melee.
Rollout, which is like, this is what Yoshi's egg roll should have been, honestly. And even then, this move sucks.
Yeah, alright, you're spitting, let's go, keep going.
And then rest, which is like the most, what were you thinking? Oh my god, you cooked. This move, just because, like, okay, Jigglypuff is constantly in the air, she's constantly jumping around you. What if you give her this move that literally can only hit if she's in you, which can only be done when she's jumping at you?
Yeah.
And it's like, he cooked there, in my opinion. Like, then they uncooked it by making it weaker and weaker in every game.
Okay, so now it kills later than some up smashes.
Yeah, why does it not? It should kill you, no matter who you are. If you're at 60, rest should kill you.
Yeah.
Like, you should explode if you're above 60 and get hit with a rest.
It just converts to base knockback.
It teleports you above the blast zone.
Yeah. Alright, so let me talk about Jigglypuff, because I agree with a lot of your points. Jigglypuff appeared in a period in Smash's life at the very beginning where they were experimental. They were inventing the platform fighter genre, and they wanted to explore different avenues of how a fighting game character would work in an environment like this, where it's mostly jumping around and platforming. And so they designed this they built off of Kirby's idea, where he sort of explored that, but he was limited by the fact that he had to have low airspeed. Yeah. So they were like, what if he didn't? Yeah. And they put in Jigglypuff. And they used her as an avenue to explore this idea of an aerial-based character in a fighting game, which I think they did to a really, really good extent. Now, if this was supposed to be emulating how Jigglypuff plays in Pokemon, they would die in one hit and do 0 damage. However,
what does Jigglypuff even do in Pokemon?
Take hits.
Is it one of those Pokemon that have high HP?
Yeah, HP is their only stat. They're XP sponges.
Oh yeah, it's the generation's normal. Well, not anymore. High EXP Pokemon.
Yeah, well, except that Chansey does it better. Except that you can't kill Chansey in the wild.
And Chansey does something on a team.
Yes, Chansey's the good version.
Anyways, back to Smash.
Yeah, so Jigglypuff's aerial focus was an interesting idea to start with, and here's why I think they pulled it off really well. Because a lot of her normals fill the basic function of just stringing you along for aerial hits. Like, I think forward air is ugly as sin, but I think it does its job really fantastic, where you hit them, and if you keep drifting forward, you can probably hit them again. Like, creating this wall of pain. Back air in most games, actually just is really great for that purpose as well.
Yeah, oh my god. Just a Jigglypuff back air, like, the fact that she just keeps floating in and out with the back air.
Don't stop following me!
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Also, I like it how her limbs extend on some of her normals, too.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, forward air looks so ugly, dude.
That's the only way to get the hitbox to match.
Ew, 4 pink pillars.
Indulging over here.
Yeah. For real. But yeah, her ground normals obviously being the sacrifice, because their balance philosophy was like, God. Hey, if they're so good on the ground, their ground moves should be bad, and they should be.
Yo, hit a Jigglypuff down smash, it feels like she hit you with air. It sends you at the FU angle.
Yeah, that's just...
But...
No, down tilt and down smash are some of my favorite moves.
But I swear, that move has, like, no hit stun.
Yeah.
They can, like, go, like, and then they just jump. And it's like, I sent you at the FU angle. How are you back already?
Ganondorf, what are you doing here? Yeah, so the ground moves are kind of supposed to be bad. It's still hitting down tilt's a guilty pleasure. I'll go for it over an actual real punish.
Oh, also, they made dash attack kill, which is like...
No, fun. They made dash attack way too good.
It's like she falls on her face and this balloon just pops you.
Yeah, it has kill potential, and did you know that it tramples things?
What?
Yeah, trample's a property that means that it can beat out other grounded moves.
Why'd they do that for her?
Yeah, like, that's the thing they gave to Little Mac's normals. Like, imagine if Little Mac's forward air randomly just had invincibility.
That reminds me of those clips of a Smash 4 Mac, like, down airing people to death.
Yeah.
That's basically that.
Yeah, so, like, they really crossed their wires with that one. I don't know why they gave her that. Jigglypuff otherwise is a really fantastic design. Let's get to why, though, or get back into why, which is I think they explore that new avenue of a platform fighter very well. Mm-hmm. They don't play like anyone else, really.
Yes.
And their special moves are really cool. Also, they take advantage of the low level Pokemon idea, which I really like.
Like I've never seen the animation for Pound in Pokemon.
Yeah, so. Like, you get these fully evolved Pokemon like Charizard, and they're gonna be like, "Ooh, I gotta have Flamethrower and Fire Blast." Yeah, I'll throw in Fly too. Why not? We don't talk about Brock Smash. But then over here, Jigglypuff's like, I know Pound.
I know Pound and Rollout.
Yeah, which I think is really funny and fitting. Honestly, good representation. They cooked there.
Yes.
I think they could go a little bit further on the idea of this isn't just a air-based fighter, it's also kind of a sleep-based fighter, which I think would be kind of cool. Like
sleep-based fighter?
Me, I need that.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think it'd be cool if Sing interacted with more of her specials, like if Pound was replaced with Wake Up Slap.
Oh, like it dealt like bonus damage like
Yeah.
Shulk's backslash.
Yeah, so like their side B becomes a kill move if they're asleep.
Yeah, that would be cool because that would also fits Jigglypuff gimmick of like, you know, this Pokemon's like supposed gimmick is that like, it puts people to sleep.
Yeah.
So like it would be fun if like the other specials interacted.
Yeah, like if rest if maybe it can still be weak, but then when you hit a sleeping opponent, it just like shoots back up to melee strength.
Or maybe she gets Dream Eater.
That'd be kind of cool. I don't think they learned that though.
I don't know. They can do it anyway.
Pokemon movesets are weird.
That's a custom move. Don't worry.
Rollout was trash. I don't know why they ever thought of that.
Again, rollout.
That's another meleeism, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a meleeism. Yeah.
I don't know what they were doing with rollout, and also the fact, like, it's always funny to me that like the weak rollout that like where if you don't press the button and she just rolls like a full like 3 spins before being able to get up.
Yeah.
Where she's just completely punishable is like that's funny.
That is funny. The move's terrible. Actually, I want to go on a brief tangent of the meleeisms.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, because what are the special moves we got in Melee? Cape, bad idea. I don't like it. Like the idea for Cape, if I'm trying to guess what they were thinking, it's that Mario is the beginner character. Mm-hmm. He's supposed to be the all-rounder that does everything and teaches the players the mechanics of the game. So yeah, in a platform fighter where there's so many projectiles hanging around the stage, yeah, and in a game with items,
yes,
they are just thinking, okay, well the big all-rounder character should have a way to deal with these projectiles. And yeah, I agree. They did it bad.
It does not feel like Mario World Cape at all.
It's one of the worst reflectors in the game. It doesn't come out fast, like Fox Shine. It doesn't linger. You have to time it. It is also trying to be like a movement tool, but it makes your movement feel worse in Ultimate, which I don't know how to manage.
Why did they nerf it? Like, it was already nerfed in Smash 4, but then they nerfed it again in Ultimate?
Yeah.
For stalling?
So... It's one of the worst reflectors, and it has the weird gimmick of turning people around, which I'm like, okay, dude. Like,
that's funny,
like,
though.
What are you... I don't know.
and it plays like the funny sound effect, too.
He's kind of just trying to cheese you with his specials.
Yeah, like, Brawl really cemented that Mario's specials are just meant to, like, get people upset.
Yeah.
For some reason.
So that's definitely a meleeism. Link getting the bow in Melee, not a meleeism. That's natural.
You mean
the
boomerang?
No.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, he did have the...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it feels more natural than what they went with in 64.
Yeah.
So, that was a great idea. Good job, Sakurai. I know people don't like that it has overlap with the boomerang being both horizontal projectiles, but I understand what you mean, but, like, come on. It's really cool.
Yeah, he kind of, like, it's his second weapon.
If anything, get rid of the boomerang.
Yeah, like when you think of Link's second weapon, you think of the bow.
Yeah. So, good job, Melee.
I mean, that's also Breath of the Wild, too.
Kirby gave him the hammer.
I still remember that clip of Kirby, like, landing the hammer spin. It does, like, 2%.
Yeah.
Why?
Maybe the hammer was a bad idea. It's one of Kirby's more iconic abilities.
Yeah, like I remember in, like, Dreamland, like the hammer flip, it's like, oh, it's a good move, like AoE, but it's like, why does it do nothing in Melee?
Yeah. So I think that I understand the idea that they want to put the hammer in the moveset as one of its more iconic abilities. They did it bad, and I think they should have just put it on up smash.
Yeah, like he raised the like swings it upward.
Yeah, like in the GBA games, it was more of an anti-air.
We got a competitive Kirby player.
It has motion inputs. It's more competitive than Smash. It's more competitive than Smash. So I think that would have been cool. Yoshi's side P was the damn egg roll. Meleeism.
No melee. Has no hitbox on the way down. Like,
oh, we forgot DK. That's because it sucks. Meleeism.
Yes, monkey. I feel like that's when they were like, we're gonna make him the monkey.
A meleeism is just having the character do a move and calling it a special move, like doing an action, like, oh, he headbutts. That's a special move.
That's a special move.
Looks very special to me. Samus, we also forgot. Missiles are great. That was a good idea. Not a meleeism.
Yes,
It adds a unique new part of the kit that advances her playstyle. gives her more shit to do. I like it.
I like the idea of homing missiles, but whenever I use them in practice, it's like, oh, my opponent just ignores them.
Yeah, they're bad. They were kind of good in Melee, though. So, like, they just made them bad for no reason, like Mario Cape. Did we forget anyone else after that? No, we're going back to Yoshi. I know we're wasting time on this, but, like, I just want to point out, also, we forgot Fox completely.
How? Who did we forget?
Hey, I'm glad we went over the characters again.
Oh my god, he's just staring at us.
Like, I'm sure people have been screaming at us.
You forgot.
Oh, by the way, guys, I've memorized all the characters, don't worry.
You did? Okay.
I've memorized all of them except Fox.
Don't worry, you can edit this all out in post. You can use AI.
No, I'm gonna keep it in. They're gonna know that I'm an idiot.
Also, we gotta put Jigglypuff in a tier.
No, we're not doing that yet.
Okay, Meleeism.
This is the worst video I've ever made.
Oh my, no, it's good, Logan.
Alright, you know what?
I mean, God! Cut that out.
We're gonna
put a comically loud bleep there.
We're gonna put Jigglypuff first, and then we're gonna go back to Fox. Is that okay?
Yes. Okay, Jigglypuff, in my opinion, is A tier.
A tier, I agree. I think they are a very, very solid character with a few flaws.
Yes.
And I enjoy what they bring to the fighting game for the platform fighter genre, how they evolved it, the new ideas they explored. I enjoy playing them. I think they're fun. I don't think they've always had the easiest time balancing Jigglypuff because they're such a volatile idea.
Yes.
But I really...
Like, you made an air fighter for your air fighting game.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
So I'm happy with the sweet spot they found in Ultimate. I think Jigglypuff should permanently be a mid-tier. I think this character should not be allowed to give you out.
She should be able to carry you off stage if you DI her forward air wrong.
Yeah. I think this character should not be allowed to be top tier again. But it's okay if they're good and viable and able to win tournaments.
He hates Hungrybox.
Well, sorry, Hungrybox. I don't want to see it twice.
Okay.
Now, back to Fox, because we just forgot him.
It happens.
No, it doesn't. We're failures.
Okay, Fox. I like Fox. He's a he's our fast space animal.
Yeah.
I like that his tools like kind of look similar to like what the R-Wing does, like the laser, the illusion, the shine.
People say he's bad representation. I disagree.
Yeah, like
did you know that in Melee, his side B, which again is the top tier side B, it adds completely onto his kit and creates more interesting options.
Yeah, like illusion, and then they removed the
I was about to get rid of that. So in Melee, he actually the controls that you shorten, it felt like it was a reference to the R-Wing controls.
But I guess Sakurai hated that.
Yeah, it was cringe.
Right after he added tripping.
Cringe. It makes you feel more like you're playing the R-Wing. So the only way he could be more accurate is just being the R-Wing himself.
Yeah, he needs the ship himself.
But no, I don't want that. I like what they did.
Yeah.
I think he, in many ways, does Mario's job better. Where he does everything that you could possibly want in a platform fighter.
My only thing is that like his physics are way too off to be the Mario.
I agree. So that's what we get to is he's kind of more like the Akuma.
Yes, actually. That's weirdly apt.
Where he had this, he has this really good projectile. It used to be really good. Stay with me. He has this really good projectile. He has some of the best movement. He has a great recovery. He used to.
He's not SDing.
He's not SDing. He might SD actually. He SD'd a lot in Melee. His physics are hard to control, so you have to actually put in work to be good with this character. But if you do, he has all the tools that you will ever need to succeed. Like, look at his track record. He's never been a low tier. He was broken in 64. He was broken in Melee. He was mid-tier in Brawl. Broken in Smash 4. Broken in Ultimate.
He's good in Ultimate.
No, he's broken. The only reason that I don't hate Fox is because low-key Ness beats him.
I mean, they also made him a lot lighter in Ultimate.
Yeah, they did do that.
Which is, it's just like surprising that it's like he was kind of like low middleweight in the past games.
Yeah, he feels light in Melee.
Like that's kind of funny.
That's
now
good.
he's like as light as Sonic.
Yeah, who also used to be heavy. Maybe he just feels light in Melee to me because I keep getting arrested by Puff. But yeah, so Fox is an S tier design. I don't think that there's any debate on that.
Yes, perfect.
Is he better than Pika?
Perfect.
I think he's actually better than Pika. Is he better than Falcon though?
No, I don't think he's better than Falcon in my mind.
Yeah, because I think that he's kind of regressed a little bit.
Yeah,
I think that they should just. I think you should focus on the laser a little bit. I think it's like my least favorite part of them.
It feels like the laser is like it's comical because like it doesn't do anything, and like I don't know what they were doing, like what they're trying to do with it. Because like in Melee, they already had like an idea, like it gives chip damage and like he can just throw it out.
Yeah.
But then they make you commit to it now.
Yeah,
and it's like
the point of the move
it's
is
safe chip damage.
The point of the move is that you're forcing them to approach you.
Yeah, I'm gonna chip you down, so
you can't camp me out. I can approach whenever I want. This is a good deal for me.
Yeah, it reminds me of like it's kind of like the inverse with Falco lasers.
Yeah.
Where Falco lasers just keep getting better, and like I prefer Falco lasers over Fox lasers, and it's like that's funny.
I don't think they kept getting better because in Melee they were the best projectile in the game.
Also in Brawl, those lasers were long.
Oh my god! Brawl lasers, low key. People don't want you to know this. Melee Falco and Brawl Falco are very similar. People don't want you to know this.
Why'd they make his laser so long in that game?
Oh, the character with the broken projectile that also has one of the best punish games in the entire game. But no, they ruined him in Brawl. No, so we'll talk about Falco next time. But for Fox, I think he is awesome.
Yes.
And I just think that they should tap into what made him awesome in the older games, namely Melee. And did you know that in 64 he had a mix of Fox and Falco's Melee lasers?
Yes, they explode like because like they play like an explosion sound effect when they hit, and he like rapid fires them, so it's like.
It's really funny. But also in Melee or in 64. Did you know that when Ness absorbs something, it triggers the crowd to applause? Because they're like, oh, yippee! You landed this dumbass move.
Like, the crowd watching Ness heal from, like, 100 to 0, and they're just going nuts.
Yeah. Like, if you absorb Charge Shot, you kind of deserve it, though.
Yeah.
It's really funny. I love 64 quirks.
Okay.
Let's go over, like, do you think any of these need to change? We can talk about, like, maybe Samus is too high, or maybe DK. Because, like, do we even need an F tier? Is that something we're going to use in later videos? Maybe. It might.
I have an idea. I have an idea who goes to F tier.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
But, like, okay. Like, looking at this now.
God damn it. Yeah, he was misinformed. It was a sabotage.
Tax evasion.
Um,
The only thing that I disagree with is like I feel like Luigi could be higher.
I'm mad at Ultimate Luigi. I can't co-sign this because
I feel like he should be higher.
Because, well, I mean, let's really get into what's important for what makes a good design. Representation, I think, is very important, as well as making not just references to the games, but making sure that the moveset captures the character's personality, and they're like I think that's a good way to put it. Basically, making sure the moveset captures their personality.
Yeah, it has to be like coherent.
Yeah,
where it's like it just makes sense.
This is what that character would do, so that like even if you even if it doesn't come from something, if it's something that is just like it feels like something they would do, then yeah, that can be great. Like Mario's upper, it's like hell yeah, that's what Mario does.
Yeah, I would see Mario doing that, and like that makes me think Luigi can go up to C at least.
Is it though?
Yeah, just because like all of his like weirdness and like he's trying to imitate Mario, but it makes his move weird.
How many of the games is he like an actual weirdo, or how many times is he just like kind of depressed?
The negative zone. Sakurai was cooking with that one.
I don't know why he got rid of that.
He should have kept it. He was like, "Dang, we
Just
can't." They said we don't want depression anymore.
Come on, incorporate the Ghostbuster shit into his actual moveset. Give us the negative zone. I like when you made that up.
Yeah, like when he vacuums it up, it should summon like a negative zone too, or something.
I don't know. There's a lot of ways you could do that. Or you could just have 2 supers. That'd be cool. Ryu gets 2 supers. And this is Green Ryu.
True.
Alright, so... Yeah. Probably fine. Do we want to like name the tiers?
Okay, what should we name? A tier.
Fantastic. But a few flaws. This one is This is probably going to be like the not amazing, not that well represented tier. Representation issue.
Keep in mind, these are all subject to change.
That's true. Remember that this video went most of its runtime without even mentioning Fox, so...
Oh, God. How do we...
That's a great question. I had the list of the characters on my phone.
Oh, man.
He blends in. He's too sneaky.
Okay. To be fair, I thought he was a Melee character. Once we reached Melee, I would have been like, let's go Fox.
You're real. How do I... Reason. I'm gonna look this up. You know what? That'll have to do. I can't fit the word representation on that little box.
Okay.
Accuracy issue.
I'm fine with keeping D as DK.
You know what? You're right.
And then E is...
Dark Samus, okay.
What should be E?
An E, you know what? I'm gonna go with... Good... Is that... No, I'm actually gonna keep this.
Or you could just have that one be okay.
Good ideas, bad execution. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
And this isn't even, like, bad execution. It's not horribly offensive. These still are good designs, in my opinion. There's very few bad designs in Smash Ultimate. Just ideas that I think would make the character more fun. Yeah, like... yeah.
You should be like a Coney. Add like 50 rows.
You know what? We might actually get to that.
No.
But yeah.
If you had more than 6, I'm stopping you.
Wait, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out later. Alright, that'll be 64 characters, right? Did we forget any more?
No.
We're checking. We didn't forget any more.
Okay.
Look, there's 12 right there. And Dark Samus. Look, no, we didn't miscount. We just forgot Dark Samus. We counted her. It's okay. Listen, don't be mad at us.
Yeah, we did good.
It was actually my fault. My bad. All right. We'll do Melee next time.
Okay.
What the?